My boyfriend, 23 years old, cheated on me with girl 18 years old. I met him on social media, in the middle of one of those long, restless nights where sleep seemed like a distant dream. My mind was a whirlpool of thoughts, a cacophony of unresolved emotions and the ever-present anxiety that had become my unwelcome companion. As I scrolled through my feed, looking for a distraction, his profile appeared out of nowhere, as if by fate. There was something about his smile, his eyes, they had this magnetic quality that drew me in. I couldn't place him at first, but there was a sense of familiarity that tugged at my memory. As I delved deeper into his profile, it hit me we had gone to the same college. How had I never noticed him before? He was charming, his posts exuding a sense of humor and kindness that made me smile despite myself. He seemed like someone who had his life together, someone who could make anyone feel special. That night, as I lay in bed, I hesitated for a moment, my thumb hovering over the message button. But something inside me pushed forward, a small spark of curiosity or maybe hope. I sent him a message, and to my surprise, he responded almost immediately. We started chatting, and I quickly found myself looking forward to our conversations. He told me how he had noticed me back in college, how he had always wanted to approach me but never found the courage. It was flattering and a bit surreal. At that time, college felt like a different lifetime. Back then, I was a different person, struggling with personal issues, drowning in therapy sessions, and feeling like the world was caving in on me. I had too many walls built around my heart, too many scars that were still fresh. I wasn't ready for any relationship. I told him that, thinking it would deter him, but it didn't. Instead of backing off, he seemed more determined. He told me he understood, that he just wanted to be there for me. He wanted to show me that I could trust him. His persistence was both reassuring and terrifying. He started sending me good morning texts, little jokes to make me laugh, and thoughtful messages that made me feel seen and valued. Slowly, he began to break down my defenses. It wasn't just his words, it was his actions, his consistency. He made me feel like I was the most important person in his world. After months of talking, I found myself at a crossroads. Could I let my guard down? Could I take a leap of faith and trust him? One night, under the soft glow of my bedside lamp, I made the decision to give us a chance. It was a moment filled with anxiety and excitement, a mix of hope and fear. But I took that leap, believing that he was different, that he was worth the risk. Our relationship had its highs and lows, like any other. Being my first relationship, I was navigating uncharted waters. There were moments of pure joy, times when I felt truly happy and connected. But there were also moments of doubt and frustration. Sometimes I would lose my temper, shout at him, and even insult him because he kept repeating the same mistakes. It was mentally draining, but I was committed to making it work. I loved him with all my heart, and I wanted to believe that he felt the same way. He would often surprise me with little gestures of love. Once, he showed up at my doorstep with my favorite flowers, just because he wanted to see me smile. Another time, he planned a surprise picnic under the stars, complete with my favorite foods and a cozy blanket. These moments felt like scenes from a movie, too perfect to be real. But they were real, and they made me fall for him even more. I started to envision a future with him, a life where we could be happy together, free from the shadows of our pasts. Then, last week, everything came crashing down. I found out he had been in a situationship with another girl, an 18-year-old, for the past year. The news hit me like a ton of bricks. I couldn't comprehend it at first. How could he do this to me? Why would he drag me into this mess knowing how fragile I was? The betrayal cut deep. It wasn't just about the other girl. It was about the lies, the deceit, and the trust he had shattered. I discovered he had been with her on my birthday, a day that was supposed to be special for us. The thought of him celebrating with someone else while I was missing him, thinking about him, broke me into pieces. Every dream I had built with him was destroyed. The days that followed were a blur of tears, anger, and heartache. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw his face, heard his voice telling me he loved me. It felt like my entire world had been turned upside down. I had met his family, his mother treated me like a daughter, and he would post pictures of us on Instagram for everyone to see. I felt like a part of his life, his future, but now, It all felt like a lie. What was I to him? A trophy? A convenience? I couldn't understand it. The man I loved, the man I trusted, had betrayed me in the worst possible way. He knew how vulnerable I was, how much I had been through, yet he chose to cheat on me. It felt like a cruel joke, like my life was falling apart all over again. Every memory we shared, every promise he made, now seemed tainted. I thought about the times we spent together, the laughter, the intimate moments, and it all felt hollow. Was any of it real? Did he ever truly love me, or was I just a passing phase, a distraction from his other life? These questions haunted me every day. I wished I could go back and change things, erase the pain and the heartache, but I knew that was impossible. I was left to pick up the pieces of my shattered heart and try to move forward. Trust is a fragile thing, and once broken, it's hard to rebuild. I don't know if I can ever trust anyone again. The scars he left are deep, the wounds still fresh. How do I move on from this? How do I rebuild my life when everything reminds me of him? I think about the plans we made, the future we dreamed of, and it all feels like ashes. I wanted to believe that he was different, that he was the one who would make all my pain go away. But now, I see that I was just a pawn in his game. He never cared about me the way I cared about him. He was selfish, thinking only of his own desires, his own needs. I don't know why he did it. Maybe he was scared of commitment, scared of being vulnerable. Or maybe he just enjoyed the thrill of having two women vying for his attention. Whatever the reason, it doesn't change the fact that he hurt me deeply. He took my trust, my love, and shattered it. Now, I have to figure out how to move on. It's not going to be easy. The road ahead is filled with uncertainty and doubt. But I know I have to keep going. I can't let his actions define me. I can't let this betrayal consume me. I have to find a way to heal, to rebuild my life without him. I wish I could say that I'm over it, that I've moved on, but the truth is, I'm still hurting. The pain is still there, lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce when I'm at my weakest. But I know that in time, I'll heal. I'll find the strength to trust again, to love again, and when that time comes, I'll be ready. For now, I take it one day at a time. Some days are harder than others, but I keep pushing forward. I surround myself with friends and family who love me, who remind me that I'm not alone. And slowly, but surely, I'm starting to believe that I deserve better. That I deserve someone who will love me unconditionally, who will treat me with the respect and kindness I deserve. It's a long journey ahead, and there will be setbacks. There will be nights when I cry myself to sleep, mornings when I wake up with a heavy heart. But I know that I have to keep going. I can't let his betrayal define who I am. I am more than this pain, more than this heartbreak. I have dreams, aspirations, and a life to live. I won't let him take that away from me. I think back to the beginning, to that first message on social media. How something so innocent, so seemingly insignificant, could lead to such heartache. But I also know that this experience has taught me a lot. It's taught me about my own strength, my own resilience. I know now that I can survive this, that I can come out the other side stronger and wiser. It's not going to be easy, but I have faith in myself. One day, I will look back on this and see it as a chapter in my life, not the defining story. I will find love again, and it will be with someone who truly values and respects me. Someone who sees me for who I am and loves me for it. Until then, I will focus on healing, on rebuilding my life, and finding my own happiness. Because I deserve it. I deserve to be happy, to be loved. And one day, I will be. In the meantime, I focus on myself. I go back to the hobbies and passions I had neglected. I rediscover the things that bring me joy. I take long walks, breathe in the fresh air, and let nature soothe my aching soul. I journal my thoughts, pouring my heart onto the pages, trying to make sense of the whirlwind of emotions inside me. I find solace in the simple things: a good book, a cup of tea, a sunset. These small moments of peace help me heal, bit by bit. I also seek therapy, not just to deal with the heartbreak, but to understand myself better. I want to learn why I stayed in a relationship that was causing me so much pain, why I ignored the red flags. I want to grow from this experience, to become stronger and wiser. My therapist helps me navigate the murky waters of my emotions, offering me tools and techniques to cope with the pain. My friends and family are my anchors. They remind me that I'm not alone, that I am loved and valued. Their support means the world to me. They listen to my rants, hold me when I cry, and encourage me when I feel down. They help me see that this heartbreak, as painful as it is, doesn't define me. It's just a part of my journey. I also start to rebuild my self-esteem. The betrayal shattered my confidence, made me question my worth. But slowly, I begin to see my own value again. I remind myself of my strengths, my achievements. I take pride in who I am and the progress I've made. I set new goals for myself, both personal and professional, and work towards them with determination. As time passes, the pain becomes more bearable. The wounds start to heal, leaving behind scars that remind me of what I've been through but also of my strength. I start to believe in love again, not just in the romantic sense, but in the love I have for myself, my friends, and my family. I realize that I don't need a relationship to feel complete. I am enough on my own. Eventually, I open my heart to the possibility of love again. I start dating, cautiously at first, but with an open mind. I know that not everyone is like him, that there are good people out there who will treat me with the respect and kindness I deserve. And one day, I meet someone who makes my heart flutter, who makes me believe in love again. He is kind, understanding, and patient. He knows about my past, about the pain I've been through, and he supports me in my healing journey. With him, it feels different. There are no lies, no deceit, just honesty and mutual respect. We build a relationship based on trust and understanding. He shows me what true love is, and I am grateful for him every day. I realize that the pain I went through was a part of my journey, a part of my growth. It taught me valuable lessons about love, trust, and self-worth. Looking back, I see how far I've come. From the shattered pieces of my heart, I've rebuilt myself stronger than before. I've learned to love myself, to value myself. And in the process, I found someone who loves me for who I am, who respects and cherishes me. I know that I am worthy of love and happiness, and I won't settle for anything less. This journey has been long and painful, but it has also been transformative. I am grateful for the lessons I've learned, for the strength I've discovered within myself. I know that I can face any challenge that comes my way, that I can overcome any obstacle. I am resilient, I am strong, and I am worthy of love and happiness. And as I look towards the future, I do so with hope and optimism. I know that there will be ups and downs, but I am ready for whatever comes my way. I am ready to embrace life, to live fully and love deeply, because I know that I deserve it. I deserve to be happy, to be loved, and to live a life filled with joy and fulfillment, and that is exactly what I plan to do.